Yeah, I feel an incredible amount of patriotism, but I also feel very disillusioned. It seems to me that the country has started to triage based on American warfare techniques, economic, digital warfare techniques, mass media that we're swallowing all the time. It keeps us distracted. I'm quite concerned about what happens with the topics that need addressing, like Indigenous people's land rights, how incarcerated Indigenous people are in our country. What is our patriotic, notice the air quotes, response and care for people of this land? I'm of Irish descent, and by the color of my skin, you can tell. And I've been well educated, and I have privilege. And all I can think about is my generational great-great-grandmothers who came from Ireland, who were nurses, eventually midwives, healers, wise women. And I think about what they would have liked to do when they came off the boat from Ireland. I bet their curiosity was about, what plants could I use to help heal people? What are some of the ways in which we can help and support women giving birth or menstruating every month? These were major concerns for women immigrating. Sometimes they were immigrating by force. The church or their husbands or the patriarchy in general was a movement, and they had to leave Ireland to come to these shores. I can only guess that they would have liked to have a conversation with the women of these lands, but they didn't get a chance, or they were too scared, or they thought they would be accused of being a traitor or being a witch. So here I sit in 2025 wondering if I could shapeshift back. Would I have had the courage to talk to Indigenous women if they were willing and ask them questions, be curious, and work together? I also wonder, would we have all menstruated at the same time? Would we have all needed to care for children and breastfeed, grandmothers? Would we have had similar experiences had we only watched and been curious and been invited? So modern witches today, it isn't about how cool your black fingernails are or the spell you can write on the back of a sage leaf. It's about really contemplating, what can we do now? What couldn't our ancestors do back then, even if they were wise women, healers, midwives, and witches? But what can we do now? Because I'll tell you, wearing an orange shirt isn't the last thing needed of us. Open your hearts, be curious, learn. What are some of the amazing practices of ally, support, care, love for Indigenous people around the world right now? And in some ways, we're all Indigenous to some land. Maybe that's the first step. Find out what your ancestors, what they left behind. Okay, white women, you got shit tons of privilege. Get disciplined, get active, love harder.